you day and night. It's only right to think about the girl you love and hold her tight. So happy together.
Hello everybody and welcome to episode number 9 of Sons of City. My name is One City Santa, aka Blake Henderson. Joining me today on today's show is the Godfather Costa, the underboss Chris, Soldier Daniel, Concierge Jack.
You're going to get that right one day, mate.
I'll get it right one day. And a new fella to the Sons of City and the Sons of City TV. A good friend of Costa of mine, Prospect, I'm with Costa. Mate, let's say hello to you first, mate.
Hello. It's great to be here.
Heidelberg United super fan, Melbourne City fan, and
Number
Liverpool
Yeah.
supporter.
Yeah.
Mate, how you feeling?
I'm feeling pretty up and down considering these circumstances. But mainly, the downs. There's not much football happening locally. With A-League and no NPL, any of that. But look, Liverpool are champions. So what's there to complain about? So that's all I can really say about it. It's great to be here, though. Good bunch of boys, and happy to have a good old chat about Melbourne City. The one team in Melbourne, I like to call it.
There you go, man. A good man.
That's a good man indeed. So let's go over to segment number 1, City News. Does anyone have any news in regards to Melbourne City?
Since Scotty Jamieson won't be returning, Josh Belante will be captaining for the rest of the season.
Is Scotty Jamo not returning due to the baby, or?
Yeah, due to the baby, he's not returning back for the rest of the season. And plus quarantine, he wouldn't get through quarantine in enough time.
Yesterday was cut off, wasn't it?
Saturday was.
Yeah, Saturday was cut off. Yeah.
Yeah, so he wouldn't have made quarantine.
So from my point of view on that, it's always family comes first.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I am a little bit disappointed that when we do win this, he won't be able to lift the dunny toilet. But Scott, I promise you, when it gets back to Melbourne, I will bring it around to your house, mate, and we'll record you lifting it. All right. Let's get the thoughts of the other panelists. Costa, Youngblood, how do you feel about that? What's your opinion?
Yeah, well, as you said, Blakey, it is unfortunate, but at the end of the day, health and family does come first, and it is a big milestone for him as well. So look, it is what it is. Obviously, do have a good team, a good squad. So look, if they can all just do it for him and bring home the bacon, as they say, and hopefully, they should be all hunky dory when everything's all over and we can all come together and celebrate. So look, short-term loss, but long term it'll be a positive anyway. So look, congrats to him as well, and hopefully when this is all done, we can all celebrate together as a team and as a club, and hopefully bigger and better things. Really.
Older Costa, Godfather.
I'm with Young Con. I think Young Costa hit the nail on the head. I think very disappointing as a fan, because we've been in and out of the club for the last. As long as Jamo's been at the club, we want to see him lift that dunny bowl, the dunny set, they call it. But look, family comes first. Nothing else to it, man.
That's right, yeah.
In front of anything, so except in front of a bus. I won't put him in front of a bus.
Jackie boy?
Oh, look, I think everybody, so far has pretty much, said what I was going to say. Obviously, the first child. I know that when my first child was born, after 4 weeks, my wife left for Sydney to be part of the bridal party for 2 weddings. So I never got to see my youngest one for 2 months. I know how hard that is. But you know what? Look, we'll definitely miss Scotty, but we've got a pretty good team out there. So we'll do it for the captain, and we'll do it for him. And us too.
Yeah, of course, for the fans as well. But in other news, as Daniel mentioned there, Josh Belante will be taking over as captain for the remainder of the season. Anyone opposed to that?
No, I think it's a good call.
No, it's fair. It's fairly cool. Good call.
I think it's a good call. There's nobody else. He's a leader. He leads on the park. You know what I mean? So that's good. I think that's a fair call.
Fair enough. I agree with you guys there. Does anyone have any opposition news, Western United related?
No.
No. Western United. It's sort of Western United related. The news is that Barisha's on fire. Just kicked 2 goals on the weekend.
Yeah.
He's going to be. That'll go down later on in the show. We'll talk about that in the game analysis. But I think that's a key point. That's huge.
Yeah.
That's
100%.
huge.
It's dangerous.
Yeah.
It is dangerous, but I reckon we'll talk about it a little bit later on. What I reckon. Other news: Melbourne City has secured second spot now.
Awesome.
That is ours. We've done and dusted, plus the Asian Champions League qualifier. So thank you, Newcastle Jets, for beating Wellington for that.
Yeah. I think it was 2 City boys that kicked goals in that game.
Fitzgerald
And Hoffman.
And Hoffman,
yes.
Yeah.
There you go.
I had a quick question about that Asian Championship. If
Yeah.
we don't win the grand final and another Australian team wins there, do we lose this spot?
I don't think so.
So just say, for example, that's a good point there, young Danny boy. Just say, for example, worst case scenario, Western United win the championship.
Then they get Asian Championship League.
I think they get Asian champion spot.
Let me double check let me check with the media guy, head media guy, and I'll find out.
That's what happened to us a few seasons ago.
Yeah.
when Victory won.
Victory, yeah.
And then Newcastle had to do the qualifications.
That's right, because Newcastle finished on top of the ladder. They were the minor premiers.
Yeah.
Victory won the league.
Yeah.
Kicked us out. Victory took our spot.
Yeah.
Yes.
No, Sydney won the minor premiership. Newcastle
Yeah.
were in second.
Yes.
Yes, and so Victory took the spot, Newcastle spot, and Newcastle kicked us out, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I think it's the same thing then. I don't think there's any team injury news for either side. So
Nothing's come out yet.
only thing is we will miss Craig Noon. That's the only team news from us.
From a brain fart.
Yeah, from both sides. So City's potential lineup for this week, I'd say we go unchanged besides
Noon. Without Noon.
Yeah, without Noon. So who would replace Noon?
Atkinson?
As a player on the ball.
Yeah, well, the thing is, he had Atkinson at left back in replace of Jamison.
I'll put Ross and Griffith. What's his name?
Ross and Griffith.
Yeah, in the middle. He's a more comfortable, established player.
Yeah.
I don't think Atkinson is at the game at the moment where he could play in the middle of the park.
Craig plays on the wing.
So you could put, same thing. Wing, middle, still in the midfield. Still controlling, making plays for us. Zigzagging in and out in the middle, you know what I mean? Yeah. I don't think Atkinson's got the brain to do that. He's technical and all that, but I think I'll start Ross and Griffin.
What about Rami? Give the young guys a go. Or Kawakowski.
I think you want to make a statement. I think I was last week we were talking about it. I was saying play the young kids and see how the young kids go. Because the game is nothing to us. So like win, lose or draw, it doesn't mean anything. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But now the Western United have come up and you want to put them back in their shell. Yeah. You don't want to give
100%. Yeah.
You
want to make yourself. You want to make them know that you're there.
Yeah.
Against Western United, it's a bit of a big game. No matter even if it's a bit of a dead rubber, you're second no matter what happens. You still want to make it, because Western United have had a bit of form. They're doing all right. They get into the finals their first season. They're doing pretty good for what they are, and they want to try and make themselves shouldn't have much of a bad season Victory's had. They want to try and make a point against us as well. So if we can try and go there and pop them down a notch or two, it's a good way to show how much of a solid team City is.
Jackie boy, what do you reckon, son?
Well, I wouldn't mind seeing Nathaniel Atkinson actually play on the wing. He's got a bit of speed on him. He's also a good crosser of the ball as well. But the one player that I really think, if he gets his chance to play from the start, will be Rami Najjarine. I reckon if he gets an opportunity to get on the field from the first minute, just to run up and down the wing, I think he will do an incredible job.
Yeah, I kind of agree. Maybe young Kolakowski maybe to come on as the replacement for whoever plays on the wing and replace Craig Noon. Western United's potential lineup, I say they played their young lads last week. I reckon they're going to come out in full force and play their strong team. So we might see a couple of changes. That means Pereira's and Cavallo to the bench and bringing on their two good players in those positions. Anyone else think differently?
I think you're right. I think they want
Yeah, I think
to
you're
come
right.
in.
Yeah.
It's like a final.
Yeah.
Yeah.
100%. Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
They want to knock off the big brother.
Yeah. Jack, you agree with that?
Well, I'll talk about that when we do the stats component, right? But Western United have got a lot to prove against us. So yeah, I'll wait till we do the stats and I'll give you guys some insight information on what I picked up as I was going through the little history that they've got, and I guess the little history that we have playing against them.
Western United's danger man, I'm going to say Berisha.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Berisha.
And the other dude, what's his name?
Diamante.
Diamante.
Yeah.
Yeah, Diamante.
He'll be out to prove a point. I think.
That's basically, everyone knows Berisha against Melbourne City. We hate him.
He hates us.
He hates us. So it's going to be a good game, but I reckon Wimbickler will have him in his back pocket again and shut him up. The Melbourne City player to watch. So who do you think is going to start out? We'll start with the youngest one, Daniel.
Jamie, again, he'll just rip him apart like he did last time. So yeah.
Underbus, Chris?
I actually think Brillante will be an interesting one to watch. How he performs.
Connoisseur, Jack?
I agree with Chris. Because I think Josh did pretty well last week. It's been a good pickup for us. The other one that I think will be a bit of a surprise is whoever replaces Craig Noon, because whoever comes in wants that spot. Okay, so there's only one opportunity, and that's now. So whoever comes in for Craig Noon, I think will probably be also one of the standouts on the field. So I'm happy that's Rami.
Prospect Costa?
I'm proud of to say Brillante as well is going to be, I reckon he might have a good one against Western. So that's my pick.
Godfather?
I honestly, I'm going to pick the whole back line. They need to have an awesome game and a game that they totally dominate. No silly mistakes from Delbridge. Remember, this game is Delbridge's poison. Delbridge tends to cop red cards in these games.
Yeah.
Now he's got to be on a leash, but give him a bit of freedom to move. You know what I mean, and be tough. But I think the key to this game is our back line. So I'm saying our four at the back.
I'm gonna have to say Windy Wimbickler. I reckon he's gonna shut down Berisha and keep him quiet all night. So, and I'm not only just saying that because he's my mate. I've seen him do it before. So,
are you shooting up name shooting now, like name dropping or something?
No, I'm not.
My mate, man, Wimble, my mate, because he's my mate. Yeah.
I'm not doing that whatsoever.
We know you're White City Santa. We know you're involved in the club. We're not name dropping here, man.
But where are our goals going to come from? I'm going to say Jamie and whoever's up front. Maybe Belante with one as well.
I don't think so, Jamie.
You don't think
Jamie's
Jamie?
going to be manned. He's going to have 3-4 opponents on him. Look, he might sneak one in.
Yeah.
But I'm going more Luna, whoever replaces Noon.
Yeah.
I'm going to go for someone that we don't normally know. That's not a normal goal scorer for us.
Yeah.
Because Jamie's going to be manned and marked. That's my thoughts.
Wales needs to put a big game on just to help out Jamie, and he might score a couple, but Luna and Delante.
Chris?
I was actually thinking if Froston does play, I reckon he might score, and Brillante.
I hope Froston scores and he does his little.
Yeah.
Jack?
Look, I like Luna.
Yeah.
I think Luna might sneak in and put one in the back of a net. I would love Lucky Wells to put one in the back of a net as well, just to really give him that big pep up for the finals. The surprise scorer for me, it'll probably be the winning goal, Nathaniel Atkinson.
Yep.
It'll be from outside the box too, by the way.
Costa? Youngblood?
It's gonna be difficult because as Costa said as well, other cons said, like McLaren or Jamie's gonna be man marked all game. He's gonna probably be hard to play with. So I'd like to see have a Luna or Rolano pretty much score, because I'd like Jamie to score too. I love Jamie. He's one of my favourite players at City, but he's just gonna be man marked. They're gonna go straight from the get go, just go straight for Jamie all day, all game. And it's going to frustrate him, and it's going to be really hard. So other people around him, pick up and help him out, and hopefully, either Luna or Milano, hopefully, pop some goals in there.
So as we said earlier in the show, who will captain City? Josh Milante, of course, is been named the official captain for the rest of the season. All right, now time for one of my favourite moments of the week. It's the head-to-head stats with young Jackie boy. Jackie, over to you.
Well, not much history between the two clubs as far as having played against each other. So unofficially, the record is played 3 times. City 2 wins, 1 win to Western United. So a couple of little curious little bits and pieces here. So Melbourne City was the first A-League opponent that Western United played against. Okay, and it was the first win for Western United against an A-League opponent.
Oh, yeah.
However, the first goal scorer was actually Rami Nazarin, who opened up the score in the 2-1 loss. The 2 goals for Western United, one came from Nelbridge, and the other one came from a young man called Valentino Uel. He's probably disappeared off the face of the earth, hasn't he?
Yeah, he has. He got injured or something like that.
So A-League record, we held the upper hand. Played 2, 1-2, scored 5, conceded 3. Again, with not many matches being played, the most frequent score line has been 2-1 either way. Our top scorer, guys, is Jamie with 4 goals. So he seems to find a way to actually break through their back line. One of the other things that I picked up here is Melbourne City is the first team to actually inflict a loss to Western United after 3 rounds. So the opening match, Western United won. Second match, they drew. Third match, they play us. Went down to 10 men, and we still knocked them off 2-1. So, like I said, they haven't beaten us in an official capacity. So this game here, for them, means a lot more than what it means to us.
So, like Jackie Boy said, not very much history between Melbourne City and Western United. So the stats this week are very, very short. Now, time for the anchor and host positions. We're going to start off with the Godfather. How's this going to go out, Godfather?
I wouldn't be surprised if it's a 0-0 draw. My heart says City 1-0, but we could lose this game too.
Yeah.
I'm going to sit on the fence on this one. I can't pick. My heart says City 1-0.
Underboss?
I'm like Costa, 1-0 to us.
Soldier?
2-0 to us.
Concierge.
I tell you, the calculator will actually pull out a surprise result, by the way, okay? Toss of a coin job here, because to me, it comes down to a couple of things, okay? How do we approach this game, okay? What does this game mean to us? I mean, I've heard make a statement. Sure, let's make a statement. Let's beat them again. Go 3 up on the ledger. And send a strong message to say, hey, you still can't beat us. But what I guess I'm worried about is we haven't got Scotty out there, and Scotty tends to actually calm our back line.
Yeah.
That's one of the things that I pick up immediately with his hand movement. You know, he's able to just calm the boys down, okay, and get the game back up and running. The other one that worries me is Delbridge. Okay, so we talked about Wimpy Club being on Barisha. Is Delbridge going to go on Diamante? Now, Diamante is a bit of a stirrer. Yeah. He knows that Delbridge, right, is a red card king. Yeah. So potentially here, Diamante would probably do anything to get Delbridge sent off as well.
Pretty much.
So my prediction for this game here, look, it's going to be a 2-1 result, I reckon. Okay. I want the 2-1 result to be in our favour. So I'll go for my heart 2-1 to City.
Prospect.
It's going to be a very, very, very tough game. It could go absolutely either way. What's going to be for us is going to be how we mentally go into the game, how we perceive the game's going to be. Is it going to be just another game for Western United, or is it going to be a crucial one-on-one head battle? And it also depends on how Western United start in the first 5-10 minutes, 10-15 minutes. If they start egging on our players and they start mentally trying to screw with them, it's going to be very hard for us to capitalise. But I reckon if we get there with the right mentality, right spirits, and we just play our football, I reckon there's going to be quite a few goals, and I reckon we'll probably win it 3-2. I'm going to go for goals galore. 3-2. It's going to be close. Close, but there'll be a few goals involved.
I'm going to say 2-1 also to Melbourne City. Now let's go into our goal scorers, who we think. So I'll start off with the prospect. You've gone 3-2. Who are our goal scorers?
Oh, I'm hoping Delano probably scores 1, and hopefully McLaren with 2, if we're going to get 3-2. But look, it could be anyone. As long as we score, I don't care if the keeper scores. It's just as long as somebody scores, it's all that matters. As long as that ball's in the back of the net, I don't care if it's an own goal. As long as we get those 3 points and those bragging rights, that's all that matters for me.
Concierge, your 2 goal scorers.
Mate, send a message to Jamie. Yeah. Okay, so he's the top scorer in his fixture with 4 goals. So 2 braces. I'm expecting a hat trick this time. So send him a message.
I'll send that after the podcast. Mr. Soldier.
As I said, 2-1. I think Luna with 1 and Jamie with 1. And I think the Gypsy will score 1 as well.
Can we please try from
please? But I like it. I approve.
I'm the boss.
That's brilliant.
I reckon it'll be either Atkinson to score and Brilante to score the other.
And myself with my 2 goals, I'm going to say it's going to be her replaces Craig Noon and Jamie from the spot. So I reckon that's going to be the goal scorer. Now, Jackie Boy, I didn't get to ask you this before the start of the show.
What happened to me, Blakey?
Oh, of course I
God,
I thought I started off
two of us.
with
Yeah, that's why.
Yeah.
I know what's going on, mate.
A little bit of confusion.
Do you see that? Do you see that, son?
Yeah, I'm sorry, son. I am sorry.
I'm gonna call it.
I'm gonna call it straight out. And I know we're just having a bit of fun here, but I reckon Lockie Wells is going to put 1 behind the net this week.
I hope so.
I'm going Lockie
Wells.
Wells.
It'd be good too. Yeah, it'd be great to see that.
Because the way I see the games, like Jackie said, McLaren's going to be highly tagged, forget it. He's literally going to have someone hanging out of his ass throughout the whole game.
Yeah.
All right. Now, and at times when he's in the box, you'll see three players on him at once. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And this will free up players like Wales, Atkinson, Luna. So I reckon if one of them gets that chance, all you need is one chance. And I think we need to put it away. So I reckon Lockie Wales, he's got a lot of stick behind him and he's got a lot of negative feedback about his finishing. I reckon he's going to put one away this weekend for us.
That's it. That's a good call. There,
Thank you for involving me in this conversation,
Yeah,
Blake.
you're welcome, man. I'm sorry. I thought I already asked you. Sorry, man. So now, if this calculator picks Western United, man, I am definitely throwing it in the bin.
I am breaking curfew, picking up everybody, and we're going straight to that calculator.
Over to one of the worst times of the week is Jack's calculator. Jack.
Okay, well, this required a little bit of massaging, okay, a little bit of smooth talking and so forth. So the calculator said to me, look, let's put it into perspective, okay? What does the game mean to us, okay? So apart from, as we kept saying, sending a message, it really means nothing to us, okay? So what are we looking for? We're looking for no yellow cards, no red cards, no injuries. Okay, we want to be able to go into the semi-final virtually injury-free, and without any more players being, taken out. The calculator also said to me, "There's the Delbridge factor." Okay, and also the fact that Mr. Berisha at the moment, it happens to be on fire. Mr. Diamante at the moment has also found a bit of a cheekiness in his game. So the calculator has put it all out. Let's have a look. A couple of numbers here and a couple of numbers. Okay, well, it's a 2-1. So it's reflecting the most frequent score line, and it's 2-1 to Western United.
Oh, no.
Oh,
I am so
That's
sorry.
brutal.
That is brutal.
I'm sitting out the stormtroopers.
Look, at the moment, you really can't curse the calculator. I mean, it's 1-1 at the moment, so this could be probably the make or break of the calculator's, positioning.
Well, hang on, no, it's 1 out of 2 because it picked Sydney to beat us.
Yeah, so it's 1-1.
1-1.
1-1, yeah, sorry. No, 1 out of 2.
It's 1-1.
One correct, one wrong, mate.
Whatever.
Oh,
Whatever.
Did Blakey just get nominated to Jason of the Week again?
Yeah.
To the calculator, we're going to be going out at 5:31 tomorrow morning to go deal with it. It's picked Western United to win 2-1, which I believe is available. All right. So summary of the predictions. Everyone on the panel had picked Melbourne City win due to our heart saying it. With that. But with no Timmy here today, it is now time for the Sons of City Jason of the week. So it's going to be the nominees for this week are
You?
It's the wrong show.
No, it's not the wrong show.
No.
We nominate this week, and then I pick someone to, So I got 2 nominations, and they're both you. One for what just happened, and the other one is for, I think, we're recording episode 8.
8.
Yeah.
And young City Santa Blakey there turns around and goes, called it episode 6. And we let him go on a bit, and then when we corrected him, he was fighting us and arguing with us that he said the correct thing, but I've got it over here.
So I've been nominated twice. I do have a nomination for myself, and I believe young blood prospect here will agree with this. Bay City Council over in that area for the possible bans of barbecue, fire pits, wood fire pizzas, all because the petition of 5 people have requested for it to be banned.
Yeah.
So, Bay City Council, you are up for nomination. Jackie, boy, do you have any nominations for the Jason of the week?
Yeah, I'm tipping the council as well, mate, okay? I'll back you up on that one.
Yeah.
All right, that's a joke.
Great.
Prospect?
Yeah, I've got two. I've got that Bayside City Council is definitely one of them. That's disgusting. What am I going to do? Have my barbecue? You know, I'm going to have my barbecue. Put my steak on the grill there. But number two, I reckon it's going to be just before with Blakey, what he just said. Before as well. So that's my two nominations.
But I'm pretty sure I know where this one is going, Chris.
It's pretty tied up, but you know.
Actually, I'm not nominating you. I'm nominating myself.
Oh no! Don't do
Oh,
it! Don't do it!
here we go.
Do not do it!
Hey,
Shut
no, Soldier,
Hear it
shut
out.
up.
Hear it out.
By mistakenly ordering too many masks.
How many?
Huh?
How
Nine.
many did you? How many did you want to order? And how many did you order?
I wanted 3, but I ordered 9.
Can I counteract that, please?
Yes.
Can I please counteract that? Now, you see, Chris is a nice guy. Okay, he's a very nice guy. Okay, so what does Chris do? Okay, he's got the biggest heart in the world. So he donates his mask, 2 to me, 2 to Costa. Scrapped it off the record. You're not getting nominated.
I second that, and I'm the Godfather.
That
had to.
nomination is non-void. That's
Thank
not going to
you.
hold around.
Give it to the council, dude. That's bullshit.
Yeah.
Council.
Newman, who do you nominate?
The council.
Yeah.
Yeah, based on council, I'm having a good time, I
And-
reckon, at the
and-
moment.
I've got another nomination.
Yeah.
Which I'll nominate myself.
Oh,
All right. Before we jumped on this episode to start recording, I jump on and it's me and young Blakey here having a chat, and Blakey shows he's got had curry. What was it?
Chicken
Curry. It was nice. It looked nice. It looked delicious. And I said, yeah, Juanita's cooking me a chicken schnitzel wrap. So Tony brings it up, and I showed Blakey. Took a bite, burnt everything inside. It was so hot, I burned myself.
Oh no!
Yeah. So there's my nomination.
So,
that's a good one.
Yeah. And by saying that, because I'm nominated, I'm going to pass my nomination to someone in here to do the final nomination call, and I'm going to nominate Newman.
All right. Cool.
He picks who gets the Jason of the Week award.
so do we do that now, or do we wait for the post-game show?
Post game, because we've still got post till the end of the.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? When we record the
Yeah.
post game, that's when it stops. At the end of the game, as
That's
soon
when
as the
it
match
stops.
finishes,
That's it.
that's it.
Just before I go on to the last little bit, I do have a special announcement for the Citizens Giving for Recovery podcast, which will be live on Talking City's YouTube page on Thursday night around 6 o'clock. I can officially announce tonight that our special guest will be Melbourne City captain Scott Jamieson. Will be a very special guest on the show.
You also can catch the show because Blakey's going to post it on the Sons of City Facebook page,
Yes.
and you could watch it through there as well.
That's right. So, as I said, we all think Melbourne City's going to win besides the bloody calculator and the dog.
Putting the calculator down.
But I'd like to thank the young prospect Costa for making his debut tonight. Mate, it's been a pleasure, man. You're more than welcome to join us for the post-game show on Friday, and also to watch the game on Wednesday night against Western United. So I've got to thank the concierge Jack, mate. Always a pleasure. I wish the young blood Joshy was around as well. But,
He's a very depressed man, Blakey. I'll send you a message later on.
yeah, too easy. Again, thank you to Soldier Newman for not nominating me.
I have the power now, Blakey.
I know you had the power there. But Underboss Chris, I will send you a message later on tonight.
He actually didn't nominate you.
I know, I was joking, it's a joke. Godfather, always a pleasure, mate. Please make sure you like and subscribe, leave a message to let us know your prediction of the score on Wednesday night. follow us on Instagram. Okay, Newman, you're happy? I've got it out there for
Yeah,
you.
really.
Follow us on Instagram. Follow us on and subscribe to our YouTube channel. I've been one city sitter. Blake Edison. Good night.
See you guys.
So, yeah.